you. Please be seated. Thank you very much. Let me say that this is a great day for our party, the DCP, the present and the future of our politics, the party that will form the next government, and that will have absolute majority in both houses. And I'm very happy with what happened in Olkalau. Very happy. The strength of our party, the future of our party is determined by free, fair, and credible nominations. I've been around for a while, since the advent of multipartyism in 1992. I saw party primaries in 1992. I saw party primaries in 1997. I saw party primaries in 2002. I saw party primaries in 2007. I saw party primaries in 2013. I personally participated in party primaries in 2017 as a candidate for Madera parliamentary seat. And I was around and in charge of 2022 party primaries. And I know the way to build DCP is free, fair, and credible nominations. And Olkalau was a litmus test, and I deliberately allowed the National Elections Board to manage that election to test their capacity and their commitment for the job ahead next year. I asked all leaders, John Medho, I dispatched him to London, keep off. Maina Kamada Mzewetu, go to Mombasa, swim if you can. Wajiku Moya, go and do some hairdo and look good and beautiful. I told everybody to keep away and leave the elections to the people of Olkalau so that they can make a decision or who will be the next member of parliament. That decision was very, very important because once the DCP nominations were over, the DCP nominee is the next member of parliament for Olkalau. So the people of Olkalau needed to be given an opportunity to make that decision. I could have called for consensus, and all these aspirants would have listened to me. They respect me. I would have said, let's save the cost. It's very expensive to do nominations. Let's avoid fallout. But I knew God had given us an opportunity to test the capacity and the commitment of the National Elections Board. Chairperson and your board, Pongezi, you did very well. We are all proud of you. The whole country is talking about the DCP nominations in Olkalau. And I've told you I've been around for a while. I may be biased because I'm the party leader, but the truth of the matter, there has never been such well-organized and credible nominations since the advent of multipartyism in 1992. And now, that sets the standard. You cannot go lower, you can only go higher. So I'm asking the National Elections Board to start preparing for our nominations. Countrywide, the DCP ticket will be the most sought after. The DCP nominations will be do or die. It will be like the Rio general election. The English say, failing to plan is planning to fail. Wajiru Kaga, on your team, you have 10 months. Start preparing. Start getting the ballot boxes. Start getting the booths. Start getting the indelible ink. Start putting together all the logistics. I have looked at your budget. The whole exercise will cost us about 2 billion Kenya shillings. From the nomination fees, we'll be able to raise 1 billion shillings. From the people who have expressed interest, we'll be able to raise 1 billion shillings, and the party will look for another 1 billion. And I'm on that journey. I will leave on Friday night for the United Kingdom to start talking to our friends and partners to start harnessing resources for our nominations. Thereafter, I'll come back and do a little work, then I'll leave for the United States, again to talk to our friends and partners. We must put money together by August so that we cannot afford to fail. The DCP nominations, once you get the certificate, you are the next member of parliament or governor or senator for that matter. And all that will be remaining, I'll be asking you to do for me and the party is voter turnout for the presidential vote. Yours will be done because you don't need too many votes. Once you get our ticket, the work I'll give you is voter turnout. Mwai Kibaki in 2007, when William Ruto coined 41 versus 1, Mwai Kibaki won the election by having only 2 voting blocks, Mount Kenya plus voter turnout. The second block was called voter turnout. It was 97%. I am looking at a situation where I'll be persuading the people of Kenya. For us to get rid of William Ruto, we must have a 98% voter turnout to make sure these men go home one way. So, I want the National Elections Board to put your act together and get moving. You know the nominations will be in March next year. You know we have support everywhere. You know the number of constituencies. You know the number of counties. You know the number of wards. The people who have registered with us, we are having an average of 7 MCAs per every ward. So we need very many ballot papers. We are having an average of 4 to 5 members of parliament. The DCP nomination will be something out of this world. So let's prepare, and I'm happy when the National Elections Board requested that I ask the aspirants to be presiding officers so that they can get first-hand experience on how the party will carry out the nominations. I'm sure all of you aspirants, you are now persuaded we shall have free and fair nominations. Are you not? Yeah. Because you took part in the process. You took part in the process. Again, our detractors have been saying that the DCP will give direct tickets. Oh, regarding Gachagua has preferred candidates who are Itungatis, who stood by him during the nomination, the impeachment. Oh, this DCP party is for the rich. Those who have money are the ones who will get. Those who don't have money will get nothing. This Kamau Ngodho, how much money did he have? Yeah? See, he beat people who are billionaires. That is clear. Money means nothing to this party. Please give us your money. Give us your money to pay offices. Give us your money to buy vehicles, to pay rent, to buy coffees, to buy t-shirts. Thank you very much. That's as far as it goes. It cannot be in exchange of a direct ticket. Where ujitolee kama unataka kusaidia chama with no conditions. There are no strings attached to financial support to this party. And what happened in Olkalau is clear. Ngodho was the most disadvantaged candidate financially. But the people of Olkalau said they are looking for a worker, somebody to work for them. And they say they don't want to sell the seat to anybody, because if you sell the seat, he will not work for you. Ngodho now will be an employee, and he must work for the people of Olkalau. So those who have been spreading propaganda about our party, because we do very serious fundraising, like all parties do, we have very many people who support this party. I will not fund this party. It's not my party. It belongs to the members. It is the members to fund their party, isn't it? If I fund this party alone, I'll give direct tickets because it's my party. But I don't fund the party, therefore I cannot issue a direct nomination to anybody. This is party that belongs to the members, and it's their responsibility to fund their party. We raised funds for that nomination. I called a few people, there is funds. We funded that nomination. I am off to the UK to meet our supporters to raise funds. I'm going to the US. We are talking to many people. because this is our party and we want everybody to be a stakeholder. But I want to say, please never give us any financial support in expectation of anything in return. It must just be for your love for the party and what the party stands for. So, Chair, pangeni nomination. Let me, for once, because I'm a truthful and honest person, much as we have had a lot of problems with the police and castigated them for being unprofessional, in the Olakalau nominations for DCP, the National Police Service did a commendable job. We want to say thank you to the County Police Command and the more than 300 police officers who participated in making sure that every polling station had 2 armed police officers. The tallying center had more than 50 armed police officers, and the DCI and other senior officers were on patrol throughout the day to make sure that there is law and order. We want to say that is the kind of police we want to see. Utumishi kwa wote. Let our police be professional. Let them serve the people of Kenya. And we are hopeful that the same way they behaved during the nominations, for both UDA and ourselves. Although for UDA it was over deployment because there were no people. There was too many. The policemen were more than the voters. So we are hoping that the police command in Nyandarua will plan well and deploy officers to keep law and order. We don't want to see what we saw in Bere and Narok, where police were beating people and being used for voter suppression and working with the goons. We hope it will not happen in Olkalau. In the unfortunate event that it happens, the people of Kalau will not allow it. That they have said. They will not allow goons. They will not allow voter suppression. I must tell whoever doesn't know that Nyandarua is the headquarters of the Itugati movement. It is where the Mau Mau movement was born. It is in the Aberdare forest that Dedan Kimathi, Field Marshal, led other brave sons and daughters of the soil to drive the British colonialists out of their land. Nobody can intimidate the people of Nyandarua. The people of Nyandarua are not a joke. It is a land of JM karaoke. It is a place that people know what they want and they are not easily intimidated by anybody. So if the likes of Moses Kuria want to come with the goons there, they must know they are coming to Nyandarua. They will not be allowed. Let the police do their work the way they did, and we are very grateful. And I want to thank the National Police Service. I want to say pongezi. That is what we want. That is the Kenya that we desire. That is the Kenya that we deserve, where the police do their work professionally, without discrimination, without bias, and without working with the criminals. Nataka niseme pongezi kwa maafisa wetu wote wa Nyandarua and the police command in that county. Mimi ndio nimalize niseme, now we have a candidate. It is an Olkalau and Nyandarua affair. We want to leave it to the people of Olkalau and the people of Nyandarua. Senator John Medho and Honorable Wanjiku Muhea will lead the team that will campaign for our candidate, backed by our sitting MCAs and all the DCP aspirants in the county. We are leaving it to you. You can only call us if you think you are in trouble. I don't think you have anything to worry about. As far as I'm concerned, from where I sit, I'm a resident of Nyandarua. I know the people of Nyandarua. Your issue and Wanjiku Muhea and Medho is a margin. It's not the win. The win is guaranteed. It's a margin. Yeah? That is what you must work on, and vote a turnout. I want to ask the people of Olkalau to come out in large numbers. Out of the 72,000 registered voters, we want 70,000 people to come out. And that is the work Wanjiku Muhea and Medho and MCAs you have to do. make sure all the elderly people come out to vote. And our young people have received a report, and I'm very disturbed that most of them who are our supporters don't have IDs. Others don't have votes. We have work to do because the young people are our biggest supporters. And it's unfortunate that most of them have lost their IDs, they have not replaced them. Others are not registered to vote. So we have to work on it. So the team in Nyandarua, this is your baby. Deliver it well, safely, together with the mother. We leave it to you. Mimi niko na kazi ya kimataifa. Mimi wacha niende Uingereza, nitoke hapo niende Amerikani. And don't recall me from where I'll be. Please don't recall me. Do your work, you know what to do. The job is well cut out and you know what you need to do. And don't be worried about UDA and money. During the UDA nominations, William Ruto directed that 40,000 voters should come out to vote for UDA so that they can give an impression and optics that UDA is strong. Each voter was supposed to be given 1,000 shillings. And we were given, that is 40 million plus another 10 million for the 20 delegates in every polling station. Those who are being given 6,000 each. The minute who are given 6,000 is switched off their phones. I want to congratulate them. Because they didn't want to waste time on an exercise that is difficult. Out of the 40,000 people, they could only get 3,000. They exaggerated to 8. So assuming they did 8 out of 1,000, they only spent 8 million. Wakamunyoa Kasongo 32 million. Hii Kasongo najua alikuwa mtu yangu zamani. Hata saa ingine mimi namuonea huruma. Hii mtu amenyolewa na akina kuoza sikuri na akina Itumbi. Hapo wamemnyoa 32 million. Lakini ni si mbaya. Mwizi akiibiwa na wezi si ni sawa? Si hii pesa ameiba. Si ni Asha. Si ni ya Kenyatta National Hospital. Akiibiwa na Itumbi na kuria iko makosa. So don't worry about money. And we have changed. We were telling our people, eat money and vote right. We are changed. The people of Kalau have told us to stop it. They were given money to go and vote for UDA. They said, we don't want. Pigieni makofi watu wa Kalau. I think that is the spirit. We are telling the people of Kalau, don't take this money. Number two, the people of Kalau cannot be given maize and beans and rice. Kalau produces food for the whole country. It feeds Nairobi and Mombasa. How do you sway the people of Kalau with food? These people have sufficient food and surplus to sell. So I don't think anybody will sway our people with rice and beans that don't get cooked properly. You know? Hii chakula ipelekwe Garissa. Please, William Ruto. Hii mchele na maharagwe unalete. Peleka Isiolo na Turkana. Pahali natakikana. Watu ya Kalau wako na chakula ya kutosha. Na ingine wanauza Nairobi na Mombasa. Iko viazi pale, iko maharagwe, iko carrots, iko peas, iko everything, iko maziwa. It's a lot of milk and honey all Kalau. Food cannot sway the people of Kalau. They have their own food. So hii chakula mpeleke pale ingine. Mimi nimefurahi sana. And I want us to unveil the candidate for DCP. And Bwana Kamau, come up here. This good young man was born in Kalau, Nyandarua County. And he is what I have desired. When I met the lawyers at Thika Greens, I was a man in tears. At the last elections, the mountain got together. And I asked them to get for us good representatives who are educated. Kamau Ngodho holds a bachelor degree in agricultural economics from the University of Nairobi. What a more suitable MP for Kalau. are constituencies whose main economic activity is agriculture. He'll be able to help the people of Kalau on agribusiness, on modern farming methods, on how to keep books of accounts so that they don't make losses. So DCP is presenting the people of Kalau, a graduate from the University of Nairobi, where I also went to. So you know it's a good university of agricultural economics. And this is the first step of getting away from Tugeges. The Kawanjiku, wa Makeki, wa Mavosho, wa Matinga, wa Mashukuru. You know, we want to get away from that nonsense. Yeah? Nani? Kororia, Kaombe, Koibori, yeah? Wamodende. You know, surely. You know, we want to get away from there. And I'm very proud with the quality of the candidate that DCP is presenting to the people of Kalau. This young man contested in 2022. He got 19,000 votes. He lost narrowly. Kasongo cheated him, will give him a job. For 1 year, he took him in circles until he came to me crying. And I employed him in the office of the Deputy President as a protocol officer. He worked diligently. He's a man of integrity. And he was well respected in that office. And for all the assignments that he was given, he undertook them with a lot of efficiency. He's a humble man. He's not bossy. He's a man with a lot of humility. He is kind and listens to people. I got very good reports when he worked in my office as a protocol officer. Everybody wanted him to attend his function. He was kind to everybody. He listens and he's not bossy. And I want to know what will happen. I heard this soprano was to come to Kalau. When I was removed from office, he sacked this young man. And his child and his wife suffered. I would like to hear what soprano will tell the people of Nyandarua. You removed Rigiji because you wanted a seat. Why did you have to sack Ngodo? This is a man from home. Why couldn't you let him do his job? You made him jobless. A man who was earning a salary to take care of his family, he went back to the village and he has suffered. The people of Kalau will have an opportunity to give him a job. And when soprano comes to Nyandarua, you must ask him, why did you sack this young man? You must ask him that question. Si ndio? Si mtamuuliza? Yes. Si ndiye alifuta hii kijana? Huyu kijana nimpatia kazi. Kama alikuwa na shida na mimi ni sawa. Alikuwa anataka kiti changu, amechukua. Huyu kijana alimuuliza nini? Agetunya mwana iligo. Yes. Alifuta mpaka watu ya kuvieka nyasi. Small people earning 20,000 hapo wakawaangaisha, akafuta hiyo watu yote. But since he said he is coming to Kalau, the people of Kalau must ask Bwana Soprano, you sacked this man. The people of Kalau want to give him a job. Bora unafuata yeye mpaka Kalau tena? Unataka kuangaisha hii kijana na watoto wake mpaka siku gani? Si mtamuuliza? Yes. He must be asked that question. Pia muulize Soprano, nyinyi mnatafuta kura ya watu ya Kalau. William Ruto na watu ya jamii yake pale Kenya Pipeline, mama anaitwa Faith Boynet ya jamii ya Kasongo na rafiki yake. Mtoto wetu wa Kalau, David Muriuki, amekuwa general manager wa infrastructural development, amefutwa kazi. You have sacked our son from Olokalau, from a good job as general manager, and then you want to come to Olokalau to tell us that we should listen to you. And that is why I have a problem with this Soprano and other traitors of our community. I will never allow it myself. Kasongo alikuwa anajaribu kufuta mtu mlimani na mwambia go to hell. I will never allow him. Sasa watu wanafutwa left, right and center. Soprano kazi yake ni kusema yes sir. Bure kabisa. David Muriuki amefutwa Kenya Pipeline. Na nikutaka eti jamii. The same day wamefuta David Muriuki, wamefuta another lady called Maureen Mwenje, the general manager procurement. They have targeted our community to suck our sons and daughters. And then he wants to come to Olokalau to ask us tuichague mtu ya UDA sahili anatuhangaisha na kuhangaisha jamii. The people of Olokalau, please. You can't allow it to happen. Kabla wewe Soprano kuja Olokalau, David Muriuki mrudishe kazi kwanza. Si ndio? Yes. Na huyu Maureen Mwenje mrudishe kazi. Mmetuhangaisha ya kutosha. So nyinyi nimewachia nyinyi Olokalau mtauliza Soprano hiyo maswali. Sasa method hiyo nimemwambia ngangana na Soprano. Mimi niwachiwe Kasongo. Si ndio? Si method wanatosha kungangana na Kasongo. Na Soprano. Mimi nitangangana na Kasongo. So this young man here, huyu kijana pia ni mtu ya kujituma. We have got a good candidate. And it's like the candidate we have in Murwa Dikir. Vincent Rotich is a self-driven guy. I've never been to Dikir. I just talk on phone. But with the Kasongo men, we are neck to neck. And I can tell you as of this morning, because the campaign stopped yesterday, we are ahead. Yeah. All we need is to protect our vote. I'm told Mukomen has been told to go there to mobilize chiefs and assistant chiefs and Nyumba Kumi to intimidate our voters. I want to ask the people of Murwa Dikil not to be intimidated, to have the true blood and spirit of Johanna Ngeno, the late. So Mukomen, don't go to Dikil to intimidate voters. Allow the people of Murwa Dikil exercise their right. And if they are allowed to have their way, we'll have the first DCP member of parliament from Narok County, Murwa Dikil constituency. So this good young man here you'll help him. The people of Nyandarua, work with him. Sisi tutasaidia tukiwa mbali. This is a Nyandarua matter, it's an Olokalau matter. Na tutaendelea naye vizuri sana. Na mimi I know. I worked with him in my office. I know his capacity. Again, other than having good education, he has the other quality that I've been looking for. Loyalty to the party and to the community. Huyu hawezi uza sisi kama ile watu ya tumbo. When the nominations were announced and the government people put up polls and they found he was leading, Moses Kuria, the Mukorino, Bonoko, of course, approached him and offered him 50 million Kenya shillings to go to UDA. And this great young man said, I don't need money. Where have you been when I've been suffering since you removed me from office? The women rep, Nyandarua, called him. He had been calling her for years. He never used to pick his calls. And God asked her, is this the time you have known that I exist? This is a great young man. And I have no doubt in my mind that once he is elected member of parliament, William Ruto and his people cannot compromise him. So I think we are offering as DCP to the people of Kalau the best. An educated young man, hardworking, humble, but steadfast and principled, that he can never betray his people and his community. Kwa hivyo mimi nataka sasa tumzurue huyu kijana, tumpatie certificate, ndio sasa mjiandae siku ya kurudisha makaratasi, you accompany him, na muanze siasa ya Kalau. Sisi tutakuwa tunafuatilia kwa mtandao, and I know you deliver this seat and we'll have a very big win. Mimi nataka kuja sherehe ya kusherekea on 16th. Nitakuwa Mnyoro. Mkiona inaenda mzuri mnanipigia, ninateremuka. Tukuja tusherekee pamoja. But I leave this campaign to the people of Nyandarua, the people of Kalau. I have trust you do what you need to do. I have confidence you deliver this seat without too much sweat, because the ground is DCP 98%. All we want is voter turnout. And somebody must arrange for me that great woman of 108 years who came out to vote, and she was looking for my name in the ballot paper. I must come and visit that woman, because I was told she was adamant she wanted to vote for Gachagua. She was told, no, he is not in this election. She was saying, no. I came to vote for Rigathi. Where is he being elected? I think I must visit that woman. Yes. Sindio? Yes. Si utapanga candidate. Nikuja nitupelee huyu mama nimwambie asante. At least alikuwa amenikuja kunipigia kura 1 year before the election. I mean, at least I know I have one sure vote. From that I can take to the bank. Sindio? Wanjiru Kago, uko na certificate?
Pongezi kwake, sababu uongozi wa chama unahakikisha basi tunakuwa na success. His Excellency our party leader akimkabidhi Sammy Kamau cheti officially. Jamani, makofi kwake Sammy Kamau, akiwa sasa amepatiwa rasmi ruhusa na nguvu akielekea pale kuwania kiti cha constituency all Kalau. Sammy Kamau akiweka kwa bahasha na kuhakikisha mambo iko sawa. Excellency, tunashukuru.
Asante sana. Nimeambiwa pia watu ya Laikipia wako hapa, pigia makofi. Na watu ya Nakuru. Mimi sijakataza nyinyi kwenda kufanya campaign Kalau. Itaendelea. Nyinyi nitamwambia vile mtasaidia kwa sasa. Hiyo ni mambo yetu ya nyumbani bila hii makamera. Manaweza mwambia Kasogo mbago yetu, alafu aende mbele. And different